Kamala Harris and Donald Trump key election issues has millions vote in 2024 presidential election. The battle for the White House is nearing its end, with both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump holding their breath as Americans go to the polls in the 2024 US presidential election. So much is at stake, both domestically and internationally, and the Democratic and Republican candidates vary significantly in their policies and takes on voting issues close to the electorate's heart. Harris will be hoping she has done enough in the swing states to pip Trump to the magical 270 electoral votes, while Trump has said it is now or never if he is to return to Washington, as the former reality TV star saying he likely won't be standing again. And while the taglines, rhetoric, and social media play a huge part in deciding the minds of many, those unsure can check out what each candidate is offering below. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on economic policy. Harris says she is going to prioritize bringing down the food bills for Americans, which she will do with a ban on inflating prices on groceries due to a lack of competition. She also said she will reduce the costs associated with running a house, such as helping first-time buyers and raising the minimum wage. On taxation, Harris said she will up tax rates on big businesses as well as high earners earning $400,000 a year. That, coincidentally, includes the president themselves. She also wants to increase capital gains tax. She's also said she will expand child tax credits to help families struggling to survive. Meanwhile, Trump says he will end inflation and make America affordable again, hinting that extracting more oil will help on this front. The former president said he will also bring about lower interest rates, despite the POTUS not setting them or controlling them. Trump says he will up taxes on imports while cutting taxes worth trillions of dollars, all while deporting undocumented immigrants. Justifying the tax cuts, he said it will be paid for through growth and the import tax. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump's on women's rights. Harris has put abortion rights at the heart of her campaign, saying it is a woman's right to choose what she does with her body. She says she'll legislate to put these reproductive rights into US law. Trump has flip-flopped on this matter, having previously appointed the US Supreme Court justices who helped overturn the historic Roe v. Wade judgment that resulted in 20 states bringing in strict abortion laws. While he's previously described these restrictions as a beautiful thing to watch, during this election campaign, the former president said he will not push for a national abortion ban. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on foreign policy. Harris has committed to a cooperative international approach, while also stressing the US's allegiance to NATO. She would continue the Biden administration's support for Ukraine and call for a ceasefire in the Middle East. Trump said he would look at the US's approach to Ukraine's conflict with Russia, while also stressing he will end the conflict, but without saying how he would do this. On the Middle East, Trump has been critical of Israel's tactics in the ongoing conflicts with the likes of Gaza and Iran. In the USA, Trump has supported an aggressive reply to those protesting in favor of Palestine, such as stripping foreign students of their visas. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on immigration policy. As Vice President, Harris oversaw the issue of the US's border with Mexico. Crossings into the states spiked towards the end of last year, before settling at a 4-year low heading into the election. She says she will take a tough stance on human traffickers exploiting people crossing the border, as well as increase presidential power when it comes to border control. Trump said he will complete building the wall on the Mexico border that he first mentioned during his 2016 campaign, while also carrying out the largest domestic deportation scheme in the history of the country. His so-called Muslim travel ban would also be reintroduced, banning people from numerous predominantly Muslim countries from entering the USA. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on the environment. Harris has thrown her support behind a fracking ban and championing electric vehicles. But under the Biden government, she has also been involved in record-high US oil and gas production. The Biden-Harris administration did sign the Inflation Reduction Act, which promised investments in renewable energy sources to move away from fossil fuels. Trump, who has previously described climate change as an expensive hoax, has committed to clean air and water for us citizens. At the same time, he says he will repeal the Biden administration's laws enhancing environmental regulations. He is also a fierce opponent to wind power. Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on gun policy. Harris and her vice president nominee, Tim Walz, both said they are gun owners, while also calling for tighter gun control to stop violence associated with the weapons, such as school shootings. Harris is in favor of expanding background checks before people can get a gun, as well as also banning assault rifles. Trump hasn't put forward any policies to tinker with gun laws, instead embracing them as they are.